Welcome back to Media Mama TV. We're for info, inspo, and convo because there's always something to say about everything. And we are 5 phenomenal women who always have something to say about everything. Hi, I'm Alicia Cutting, and today we're talking about, should you spoil your partner in the relationship? Is it just one person who should be the recipient of whatever? Or should you spoil your partner? Ladies.
Yes.
What sayest thou? Raise your hand if you say yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're all very excited about this topic, apparently.
Because we love love.
I hope our partners are not listening.
Right.
I don't have a partner right now, so I'm like, whatever.
But we love love. Yes. I feel like we all love love.
I think the partner should be spoiled. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what does that look like?
Gosh.
Well, for me, it looks like when you want to spoil somebody, it really comes from your heart. Because it's not like we're like, oh, I'm going to do this so I can get it back. Not really. So when you really truly want to spoil somebody, it really has to come from the right place, number one. And then just do it unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, without that, well, let me see how far can I go? Or, hey, listen, just keep your soul naked. Just go for it. You know what I mean? So definitely you should spoil your partner, and you should actually know where are their likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
That way you can have a higher, like, you know, I got like 5 brownie points on this one, you know? Hey. So absolutely, like you should be very attentive. Like I'm a person who like observe a lot my partner, either physically or emotionally, or what things do they do when we go out? What do they go and get when we go out? What are the things that they buy? You know, like you be very attentive, like look at their cars, or if there's a person that's a sporty person, then hey, go and run with that person as well, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's something that you don't have to spoil a person with gifts, but you actually can meet the person, spoil them with your own emotions, and they're spiritual, emotional, and oh yes, physical. So put that in there. You know?
So basically what you're saying, Millie, is if I happen to observe that my partner loves Haribo peaches, you know, those little jelly peaches or whatever, and I just happen to notice it, then I might say, it's Wednesday, I happen to be out in the store and I see some Haribo peaches. Let me grab the 99-cent bag of Haribo peaches and be like, hey boo, just thinking about you.
Aww. And you know what? And that counts so much, because it's like, wow, she's paying attention. Mm-hmm. You know, and we all like to see that. And that just feels so good, even if it's just that, a little candy or a coffee, or hey, listen, hey babe, I left in the dashboard $5. Go treat yourself for some coffee. Yeah. You know, it just is just the intention behind your kind of like spoiled your partner type of thing. It feels so good, and it's very important, because that just makes everything, your connection with that person, stronger and bigger. And you always want to keep that bridge, that foundation and that bridge very sturdy. Like you don't want it to break, you know? And when you put in, it just can fill up.
Yeah. And sometimes it's the everyday little things.
Right.
So then, it's Valentine's Day and I'm going to buy you a dozen roses, because that doesn't feel as genuine and authentic as the little things that you're mentioning do. And I think that when the question sort of comes up when you're not feeling valued and you're not feeling spoiled yourself. So otherwise, like, why would you even question,
right.
My partner? So I think that kind of comes up when you're not feeling, yourself, that you're being spoiled. So reciprocity is important. And also how you might be being spoiled by your partner might not be how you reciprocate. Maybe you reciprocate it, in a different way. You know, like I will
Right.
I've given my partner like pedicures and I cut his fingernails, and it sounds really cheesy.
No, it's sweet.
Sounds sweet.
You know, like it's a way, it's intimacy also. You know,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm taking
Mm.
care of him in a way that no one else
Very
can
important.
take care of him. But you know, I'd rather you like get me a gift certificate to go get a pedicure. And you
So what are you saying? You know.
so some, it doesn't always look the same on both sides, but yeah, it's important to take care of each other.
Yeah.
In all sorts of ways, you gotta take care of each other.
I think that goes to
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. I think that goes to love languages, and everyone's love languages. The way you want to receive love is not necessarily, because we're all individuals. So,
Right.
yeah, Gina.
Well, from a singles perspective, you know, you have to know every time you're single, you have to learn more about yourself. It's like how, you know, for me, it's like, how do I spoil myself? How do I consider spoiling myself? Because like everybody said, you know, each person is individual. Each person has their own love language. And for me, it's I think it's quality time. It's like just not necessarily being up on somebody, you know, like,
Although that's nice too.
yeah, although that's very nice. So, you know, some people, I'm a pretty independent person, so I like my space, but I love that special time that you can have together. So for me, it's learning about myself as an individual, and what's really valuable to me is important. My light just went out.
But we still see you. You're good.
Beautiful.
I see you.
Because this little light of yours and shine inside, you're gonna let it shine.
I'm
And-
shy.
Yes,
You're radiating beauty. You're all good.
you are.
Okay,
For real.
awesome.
And that's a very, very important that you mentioned that, and that it's beautiful that you are in this journey in this program right now, because you can relate to another person. How important it is to spoil yourself.
Mhm.
And it's a beautiful way to actually recognize who you are, your likes, your dislikes, and also know who you really, really are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And if
And
you
then
don't know who you are, then you don't really acknowledge the other person.
right. And that's a real lifelong journey, because it changes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it changes over time.
Right.
Alika, you're going to say something.
Oh, I was just thinking about how I agree with everything everyone's saying, that what spoil means is what's important to that person. And I was just thinking about when I first met my man a few years ago, I said, I just want my doors to be opened all the time, because that's how my father is. He's from the deep South. I have 2 older brothers. That's the way they are. I am fiercely independent and I can do it myself, but it's this symbolic thing. And it's like the most spoiling thing. You can give me roses, which he does, and other things, but like every time he opens the door for me for the car, no matter who's driving, he goes out first, he opens the door, and then he closes it when I get in. And it's like every single time it feels like a hug to me. That's, you know, some people, you know, but for me,
Yeah.
it's like, he has never failed. We've been together 3.5 years. He has never failed once to open the car door for me. And then he closes it too. And it's just like this reminder every single time that he remembers, like on our first date, that I said that. So that's really powerful for me. Yeah.
And I think that goes to show the way that we receive those gestures is to say, I value you, I hear you, I value you, I observe you, and just is your personhood is important to me enough to make sure that if I have to get out of the car 47 seconds earlier to open the door for you, you are important enough for me. So I think the way we reciprocate that is to value that in our partner, because if they're important to us, then we want to cherish those things that make them feel good and give them warm hugs on the inside, because we all go through life having like days that are weird.
And we have to remember,
to
when they do those little things you're talking about, Alicia, we ourselves, like if we're receiving them, we have to remember to be grateful for them.
Absolutely.
So I know for myself, I slow down and I say, wow, I'm so thankful that he always opens the door. So we've learned to appreciate that person, because if we start ignoring the little things, then pretty soon we start just looking for the big things that are symbolic and you can't win. And so it's the littlest things that we want to always continuously be grateful for. And that makes us feel spoiled, and that helps us to spoil the other person also.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a constant flow of love and
When they get on your nerves, you have that to go back to.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Bring me tea in the morning. So, you know, it's important.
that's real.
Those days are gonna come too.
Mhm.
So
That's real.
That's very real.
But it goes back to, I think, I always say, and because I mean it, and people who know me know I really only say what I mean, like for real, for real. And everybody wants to feel valued and to be important, to feel important. And our self-worth in life can get so denigrated by all the forces around us. And it's like life gets on your nerves, and you feel like there are these external pressures and internal voices from our past that speak negativity into us. And no matter what our exterior shell is, we're human spirits living in a body. And it's like, we have to value each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that means, I don't call it spoiling necessarily, but I just really think it's just valuing. I see
Appreciating.
the humanity in you.
Yeah.
Right.
take care of each other.
Can I share a quote
Absolutely.
for today?
Share.
I think with the quote that I have to kind of wrap up today fits perfectly. Once again, the flow, Alicia. It must be the small ways that I spoil you and you spoil me.
Feel the circle of love.
Now. But I have a quote from Booker T, and it just,
Booker T. Washington?
Yes, it just sang to me. I know, right?
Tuskegee.
We're nerds. Okay, so but this relates to humanity. So he says, in the long run, the world is going to have the best. And any difference in race, religion, or previous history will not keep the world from what it wants.
Ooh,
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
very nice.
Human spirit, you just mentioned.
I feel that. And I don't just feel that shameless plug for my school, but I went to Tuskegee University. So you said Booker T. Washington? Hello. Yes.
Uh-oh, Booker T came down and froze her. Booker T, let her go.
Booker T came down. Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Well, definitely.
Yes.
We love doing.
We love technology. Technology doesn't always love us.
Right.
Oh,
my gosh. So,
but we love you. So yes,
Yes.
like and subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that button and get us on time every single time that we upload. So hit that bell, subscribe, leave a comment, and give us a thumbs up.
yes.
Have a positive, peaceful, and a productive day. And we'll catch you next time on Media Mama TV.